Remember that this I just had this image of this epic nerd, like on a keyboard, like just like hitting those keys. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man.
In the upper right, our Terran player losing that last game. He needs to play a little bit more stable. He is alive. Alive. He's not dead, guys, but he may be soon.
The Reaper's coming for us all.
In the bottom left, we have our Protoss player. But he is That's what I said. How dark what I said was. When I meant to be dead in this tournament. We're like all trying to have a good time, watch StarCraft, and I'm like, here's the thing, guys. Everybody dies.
Like,
sometimes people die in sad ways, too. It's not always pleasant, guys. Yeah, nobody's getting out of this game alive, guys.
That's quite a,
like,
quite a rude awakener, Tasis.
I'm trying to enjoy my evening here and just watch some StarCraft 2, and the sky's just getting a little bit dark.
Oh, my.
All right, we got the refinery on the way.
Get over that. All right,
and
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a 1-1-1 build. It's very common, especially on this map, because the way the geography is set up on this map, it's just so easy to go on that high ground during the expansion.
Yeah, and I got to say, Brown preparing for this match, I bet you he's going to be prepared for this game. And in which way will he be prepared is my question. Is he actually going to go ahead and do a one-gate expand? Because we have seen in the past, and I believe it was live, in fact, sometimes waits too long on one-base all-ins. And if you wait too long, then the one-gate expand crushes you.
Yeah.
It makes you look silly. But if you hit just the right time against it, it's super deadly. And it looks like, ooh, it's going to be a 2-Rax opener, but that doesn't mean he's going to expand behind it, even though that's very common. And this is what I was trying to get at. Will he go for the 1-Rax expand, or will he be a little bit more prepared and have a build with more tech involved? And it looks like he's going to have a build with more tech involved. Now, this could be anything. This could be Robo. This could be, it could be Twilight Tech. I think that's the least likely. It could be, very well could be a Phoenix build. And I think a Phoenix build or a Robo build here on this map against this player would be brilliant. I think that is exactly what you need.
Okay. We're going to... I don't know. I actually hate playing Crossfire PPT.
Yeah?
I hate that.
I don't.
I can imagine.
Do you know why I don't hate it?
Why?
Because I get an observer every single game before my Nexus. And you know what I do with that observer?
You're
I scout
a
what
very
they're
safe
doing.
player.
And you know what I do when I scout a 1-1-1?
What?
I crush it. I make this unit called the Colossi. Yeah, you may have heard of it. Yeah, it has 9 range and it has splash damage. Yeah, Marines aren't going to do anything against that, Tasis. I don't care what anyone says on their silly little internet.
Artosis says... Artosis is so safe at StarCraft 2 he plays with condoms on. I mean, that is actually the kind of guy he is, man.
One on each figure. All right, so we do have a Robo on the way.
Oh, my God.
And in fact, a second gate as well. Now, there's a lot of cool things you can do with a Robo on this map. One of my favorite builds would involve, bringing over an Observer and some Immortals and pressuring that wall and killing off the depots.
Yeah, that's a really good move.
Yeah.
Because you probably will get the depots no matter what.
Yeah, and in fact, against a 2-gate, a 2-Rax play, rather, this build that he's doing is like the ultimate against that. It is a 2-gate Robo against a 2-Barracks play. I mean, you are infinity safe. If you sit on top of your ramp, you can force field, you can get out Marauders. I mean, not Marauders, Immortals who kill Marauders. And, I mean, there's so many beautiful things you can do against it. If they actually go expansion after the attack, you can go over and crush them, man. There's like, you can make 3 Immortals and 4 gates and just walk across the map and like laugh at them because they wanted to do this early aggression against you being so safe. So we'll have to see what that happens. But we do have a factory on the way for Alive, whereas Brown is expanding, and I'm getting a little bit nervous for him. I think he's going to have to cancel that. You know, he just knows now that this is not a 1-Barracks play. So he does cancel both. He's making 2 more sentries for safety and an Immortal. Now this is getting a little bit furry because this is turning into some sort of 1-base all-in. Could be a 1-1-1, could be just Medivacs and whatnot. But whichever one it is, it's going to be hard to hold off without Colossi. If you're going, I mean, 1-base right here, right now, and in fact, he is going to go ahead and make a Nexus, so he's going to have to push across the map with this set of units, maybe make a few more, and see if he can either reduce the current bionic count of his opponent, kill some Marauders and Marines, or keep him in his base for a little bit. He has to do one or the other. He's already spent so much gas on sentries that he just has to do one of those. And if he doesn't, he's going to be in some trouble.
He may want to move out a little bit more and try force fielding in the middle of the map when the army comes.
Maybe
back up, force field again when these other little choke points.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna have to do something. He has to get some sort of damage done, some sort of containment done, something, because he is not going to have any splash damage. Whereas his opponent alive is going to have stim. He's going to have medevacs. He's going to have probably even combat shields when he's hitting. And, I mean, against that, you need more than what he has.
Should he be doing this?
No.
What the?
Well, if he does his force fields completely perfectly, then it can work out. But that's like danger. That's danger mode, Tasteless. Now he is, in fact, going for Colossus. A good choice, of course, because if you get Colossus out against something like this, you can obviously hold it pretty well. But there are 2 medevacs in the way, and those are going to give him mobility over the Protoss army. You're trying to force field on top of a ramp, he lifts up and goes into your main. What are you going to do then? Run back to your main? Now what? You fight.
Trouble.
Oh, there you go. This is the type of move I was talking about before.
That was the money force field.
Yes.
Damn, that was so good. That caught the exact perfect amount of units. There's like a Marauder inside there. He's like, I'm frozen, please.
And that's exactly what I was talking about before. That is what you need to do. When you invest in that many sentries and some immortals, and in fact, he left one immortal behind. He has to be very careful about that. There he goes. All right. But that is exactly what you have to do. Now he's killed off a decent amount of units. Now if he just continues to macro well, he's going to be able to stop this attack that's incoming. But we do have medevacs coming, and he's way out of position, man. So this might turn into some crazy base trade type of thing. In which case, I would say the Terran's in good shape.
Terran tends to be pretty good at the base trade thing with all those flying, building, doohickey things they got.
Yeah. And in fact, Brown is going to realize in a second here that he's in so much trouble.
He is so screwed right now.
This is worst case scenario. Brown was in a perfect spot.
Oh my God, this pylon powers everything.
Oh no. That was a sad pylon indeed.
The army isn't even back to the expansion.
Oh,
yet. Now he's going to get the Robo Bay. Well, this is why once the starport's done, you have to respect the fact that drop ships are going to be on the map.
Here's the thing. He had, he did have an observer out. It did end up dying, but, I mean, you don't know if he has an expand up. And if you don't know if he has an expand up, you shouldn't really be attacking that much. If you kill that many units, that's all the damage you need to do.
Oh my God. He's going to get the Nexus.
He is going to get the Nexus. You are right, sir.
Peace. All right. And now he's actually going to get out. Okay, this is so sad.
Now, there's a lot more units coming across the map. This was actually a game that Brown had pretty much in the bag after killing off those units. He was in a great spot, but he overextended. You know, he went up to the main base. Why did he do that exactly?
It was actually a fairly novice mistake as well.
Yeah. And now he has to decide, do I go in and save buildings? He has units out here. What do I do? And now those units out here are going to just destroy him. So he's dead, man. This is it.
This is GG point.
Yep.
Brown could have, this game could have gone on, but Brown needed to stay at home because of medevacs.
Yep. Does he know there's medevacs out there? No, not really. He was trying to go up in pressure. I understand.
But, the game's been going on long enough, honestly. Like, he has no expansion. He has to know.
Well, I've never seen a live actually expand on that map. It's a hard choice. I get it. I get why he lost that, but it's too bad because he set himself up for victory with those force fields. He cut that army in half, and that's what you need to do. You need to reduce that army size when they're sitting on one base and let your macro kick in. He would have had, when that attack came, he would have had like 4 immortals. He would have had those 5 sentries with plenty of energy, plenty of stalkers, plenty of zealots. Brown looked awesome, and even though Alive ended up winning that series, I feel like Brown is as good or better.
I hope that Brown does better in his other PDTs, because I would like to see more of him.
Well, he's clearly good enough to get out of this group. Will he? I don't know, because the group's insane.
It's too bad, because that really was a novice mistake in that last game.
It's a hard choice.
Should have been at home. Yeah. You have an expansion, he doesn't. This means it's his problem to figure out how to kill you. You're just supposed to make stuff and get in good position, but
it was. I want to go back in the replay and see where the observer was killed, because that's the observer was killed at some point.
Maybe I'm being too hard on him. I don't know, but I mean, for me, I was kind of like, whoa, really? You'd be out in the map for that long?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and he also didn't have enough pylons to spot for that kind of stuff. you can. There are ways to prevent that.
He had a lot of spawning pylons in the other game, that's for sure.
Well, guys, when we come back, we're going to have another awesome StarCraft 2 game.
King.
Marine King. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned, my nerds.